I wanted to pound the table on this, on the fact that Bitcoin is the only true, honest, free market in the world today. You see, because no human being can influence it, no human being can control it, no human being can halt it or stop it in any way, guys. Anyone who's ever tried to do this with Bitcoin, to control it, to manipulate it, to halt its rise, to play games with it, anyone throughout the last 15 years who's tried to do this, they are all, 100% of them, they're either financially dead today, bankrupt, or in jail. And in some cases, all three. You don't survive trying to control this true, honest market. You don't live very long trying to hold it back, trying to halt it, trying to stop it, trying to manipulate it. Oh, you have the freedom to try. And you might get lucky for a very brief period of time. But at the end of the day, because you can't control this thing, it will destroy you. It will wreck you. If you think you've got it clocked, it is going to embarrass you. If you think that you know where its tops and its bottoms are, you are going to get embarrassed and ridiculed for the rest of your life. It can't be done because it's the only free market we have in the entire world. All markets are controlled. All markets are manipulated by men. They are not free, which means that all markets are not honest. The only honest market in existence today is Bitcoin. All other markets are not honest. I learned this very early in my career on Wall Street. I started in 1986. I immediately saw how unhonest, how dishonest the markets were. All markets are dishonest except Bitcoin. Now, let's take the stock market, my specialty, as an example. All right. The stock market has what is called circuit breakers. And I was actually working on Wall Street when circuit breakers were introduced to the stock market. These circuit breakers came into existence as a result of the 1987 crash. Now, let me explain to you what circuit breakers are, right? These things they're temporary measures that automatically halt trading when dramatic stock market declines occur. You see, they don't really try to halt the moves to the upside as much as they try to halt the moves to the downside. They don't want the system to collapse. So what they decided to do was put these circuit breakers, build these circuit breakers into the market. You didn't decide that. I didn't decide that. A group of men decided that we're going to protect our empire from collapsing. We're going to put circuit breakers into the equity market. We've got too much riding on the line here. And these circuit breakers are designed to halt trading in the market when dramatic declines occur. They're designed to prevent panic selling, and they're supposedly designed to restore market stability. All right. Now, there are two types of circuit breakers, right? There is the market-wide circuit breakers, like things on the broad indices, like the S&P 500 has circuit breakers. All right. And then there's the individual circuit breakers on individual stocks and ETFs and things of that nature. So you have these two types of circuit breakers. The broad circuit breakers work on the general exchanges. The S&P 500 cannot today drop more than 7% without the circuit breakers kicking in and halting all trading. It doesn't matter whether or not you want to get out of the market at that time. It doesn't matter whether you want to get into the market at that time. You have no choice. The market is not free. it's halted from anyone participating for at least a 15-minute period. These broad market circuit breakers occur at 3 levels right now. 7%, the market halts for 15 minutes, then comes back. And if it drops down to 13% from that 7%, it halts again. And if it drops to 20%, it halts and stays halted until the very next day. That's not a free market. That is basically, those things were built because the people who control this market are afraid of a free market. That is a controlled market. That is a manipulated market. We are not going to allow the people to destroy our empire, our wealth like this. We're going to stop them from acting after 7%, after 13%. And if it goes, and if we can't stop them at 20%, we're stopping them for the entire day. Let them sleep on it. That is controlled. That is manipulated. There is no freedom in that market. And you have these individual circuit breakers on individual stocks as well. If a stock drops too fast, 20% or whatever it is, it will halt trading. Now, there are always flowery words placed on the reasons for this. Well, we have the circuit breakers because we're trying to protect the public. No, buddy, you're trying to protect yourself. Since when are you trying to protect me? You're trying to protect yourself. This is why you won't let this market be free. This is why you won't let the free market determine where the price should be. Bitcoin is free. Bitcoin is honest. Bitcoin will drop to zero if nobody wants to come in and buy, and no one can do anything about it. Bitcoin can go to infinity if nobody wants to sell. And no, there's not a single human being or entity or government on planet Earth that will be able to stop it. In the same way that Bitcoin can drop without circuit breakers, without a man or a group of men deciding when enough is enough, it can also rally and rally and rally, and not a single human being living today, not a single entity or government will be able to stop it. Bitcoin is the freest market in the world. And by virtue of it being the freest market in the world, it is the most honest market we have today. I prefer honesty over manipulation.